Hello, and welcome back to Sunrise Serials. I'm your host, Richard Boshart, and today we begin the first live action portrayal of one of the most popular superheroes ever created, the one and only Batman. I'll have lots to tell you about in the weeks to come, but before we start, I need to make a disclaimer and content warning. This was made in 1943 when our country was at a height of paranoia about Japan. We weren't faring well with the war in the Pacific, and anti-Japanese bigotry was at an all-time high. As a result, many films of the era had both Japanese stereotypes and coarse language about them as well. Now, although there are versions of this serial that have the anti-Japanese sentiment censored, I chose to go with the serial as it was originally presented to audiences in 1943. If you find it offensive, I sincerely apologize. But I ask that you try to keep in mind the historical perspective of when it was made. You have been cautioned. Now, let's get started with Chapter 1, The Electric Brain.
High atop one of the hills which ring the teeming metropolis of Gotham City, a large
Well,
house
is it a
appears in all
metropolis or
the dark
Gotham
sky.
City? Make up your
Nothing
mind.
distinguish this house from many others. But deep in the cavernous basements of this house, in a chamber hewn from the living rock of the mountain,
I should have known
strange,
better than to put
dimly
my
lighted,
office in a
mysteriously secret
rent-controlled
Bat
building.
Cave, hidden headquarters of America's #1 crime fighter, Batman. Yes, Batman, clad in the somber costume which has struck terror to the heart of many a swaggering denizen of the underworld. Batman.
Actually,
even now,
right
ponders
now
plans of a
I'm
new
daydreaming
assault
about
against the
Robin's
forces of crime. A
legs.
crushing blow against evil in which he will have the valuable aid of his young two-fisted
Oh,
assistant.
yes.
the
Oh,
handsome
hi,
boy Wonder.
buddy.
They represent American youth who love their
Batman
country
seems
and they
a
glad to fight.
little chunky
Wherever
for a
crime raises its
superhero.
ugly head to strike with the venom of a maddened rattlesnake, Batman and Robin strike also. And in this very hour when the Axis criminals are spreading their evil over the world, even within our own land, Batman and Robin stand ready to fight them to the death.
I need bigger pockets in this costume.
Captain Arnold, please. Captain Arnold speaking. I have a nice little package for you. You'll find it at the corner of First and Maple. Heavily. Yeah, what's doing, Captain?
It's the Batman again. He's at the corner of First and Maple. This time I'm going with you.
Calling car 67.
Oh, donuts and fishnet stockings. Oh.
I'm warning you, Dr. Decker will make you regret this.
Is it just me, or does Dr. Decker sound like a new age celebrity obstetrician?
Captain Arnold face when he gets here.
No time for that. Don't forget, I've got a date. Let's go.
Courtesy of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, we're in the wrong
I've been looking
movie.
for them for some time. The Batman. P.S. The keys to the handcuffs are in this one's pocket. Well, it looks as though the Batman has done you boys another favor.
Yeah. You ought to put him on a force.
You find him. I'll put him on.
I don't think his costume would fit you. Let's see. Cross the desk and sit down. Okay, now what? Start typing. Wow, acting is easy.
Hello, Linda.
Hello. I'm just finishing up. I won't be a minute.
Oh, no hurry. I'll just relax a moment. It may settle my nerves.
Listen, will you keep your hands out of there?
Where would you prefer me to put them?
Yep. Up at the crack of noon, a brisk walk to the corner, and then the club for a rugged afternoon of gin rummy.
Whoa, talk about a breakneck
You'll
schedule.
be too tired to go with me tomorrow to meet Uncle Martin.
No, I'll be right with you.
Thanks. Oh, it'll mean so much to him to know that he still has his friends despite all that trouble he was in.
Who knew it was illegal to run through the park naked?
All right.
You're liable to carry that masquerade too far.
Think so?
Yes, I do. Why don't you let her know who you really are instead of letting her think you're just a good-for-nothing playboy?
Well, if she knew I was the Batman, she might worry. Not that she cares anything about me. Besides, on account of our special assignment from Uncle Sam, our success depends on keeping our identity a secret.
Can you say exposition?
Well, they always tell him a 4F. That was fast.
Well, I
Yes,
think
it's my
people
new
will
lounge
know
act. I'm a
something I
quick
know.
change artist.
Read all about it. Read all about the Batman. Captures Colin Gang. Extra, extra.
Hey, boys, paper.
Extra.
The Batman is certainly marvelous, isn't he?
Oh, I think...
What did you say about me?
Everybody
No!
that does anything is a show-off to you.
I can do things, too. I'll show you. I'll call for you tomorrow and take you to meet your uncle no matter how early you want to leave, even if it's before noon.
Nice of you to make such a terrific sacrifice on my account.
Tell Bubba I'll miss him every time I shower.
That looks like Warren. Yeah, that's him. My old cellmate. Hi, Marty, old boy.
Why, hello, Foster. I don't...
I know. You didn't think your old pal would remember you, did you?
Well, I'm expecting my niece to pick me
Your
up.
niece? Oh, sure, I know. That's what we came to tell you. She couldn't make it. We're going to take you to her. Come on.
Wow, 8-year-old kids don't even fall for that one.
That looked like my niece in that car.
You're seeing things, Marty.
Stop the car.
Pipe down, Marty. You're going with us. Now sit back and relax.
Why, what do you want from me?
You'll find
Your
out, Scott.
bobblehead collection. What else?
Has Mr. Warren left already?
Yes, ma'am. 2 men met him and they drove off in a black sedan.
Thank you. He drove away with some men in that black sedan we passed back on the road.
We'll get in. We'll catch him before he gets back to town. Get going, Alfred.
Then he got top.
I can't understand why Uncle Martin didn't wait for us.
On a guess, I'd say because he didn't want to hang out at the prison?
Hey, that car with a dame in it's right back of us.
Step on them. We'll see if they're tailing us.
They're speeding up, sir.
Drive a little faster, Alfred. They're trying to lose us.
I have a strange feeling that Uncle Martin is in some kind of trouble.
They're gaining on us. Can't you get any more speed out of this jalopy?
You want to get out and push?
Do you think we can catch them?
Sure, but I hope we catch them before some speed cop catches us.
They're out of sight. Release the gas and make the change.
Hey! Does James Bond know you have his car?
Hold everything. I'm going to turn around. Here they come. Get down. They passed. Didn't give us a tumble.
Well, let them try to figure that one out.
They've disappeared, sir.
No side roads. They just seem to have vanished.
Well, Linda, I guess your uncle wasn't interested in seeing us.
I can't understand his actions. Well, I guess the only thing to do is to go back to the hospital and wait for him to phone me.
Yeah, and find out how he did that disappearing act. I'd like to pull it sometime when my creditors are after me.
Okay, Donald Trump.
Foreign land transplanted bodily to America and known as Little Tokyo. Since a wise government rounded up the shifty-eyed Japs, it has become virtually...
He means a once thriving community of industrious Japanese Americans.
My friend, was created by artists that know. Artists who have created some of the finest wax exhibits in all of England and France. Now, the price of admission is only 10 cents, plus 1 cent tax per Uncle Sam.
Because that's what makes it okay for you to be a racist.
Not going to have any trouble with you, Marty, are we? Now you're being smart.
It's educational. All right, gentlemen, right up these steps. And if when you come out you don't face the greatest exhibit you ever saw, I'll refund your money. All right, folks, who's next?
The master villain charges his henchmen to come see him? Nice scam if you can work it. If you try to feel me up, I'm getting out and walking home.
End of the line, Marty.
Mondo like playing statue.
Come in, Mr. Warren.
It's Fang from Terry and the Pirates.
The League of the New Order extends a cordial welcome to an honored guest.
The League of the New Order?
Yes, a group of men, all of them dishonored like yourself.
We hold bake sales, pinochle tournaments, that sort of thing.
What if the truth were known?
The fact remains that you have been dishonored. Exactly like our friend Mr. Fletcher here. An excellent architect, brilliant engineer.
I'm guessing they couldn't afford the real Peter Lorre?
Specifications. May I also present Mr. Marshall, Preston, and Wallace. Now, they are...
What do you want of me?
I am Dr. Daka, humble servant of His Majesty Hirohito, heavenly ruler and prince of the rising sun. By divine destiny, my country shall destroy the democratic forces of evil in the United States to make way for the new order.
You mean
An order that
Republicans?
brings about the liberation of the enslaved people of America. Each of these men, dishonored by your corrupt form of government, is a specialist in his line and have been especially selected by me to execute the orders I received from Tokyo. We need an industrialist to round out our circle. That is why I've selected you. If you cooperate with us willingly, you shall share in the glorious victory soon to be ours.
And if I refuse?
You have no choice but to accept. You will work with us or be compelled to work for us. Therefore, it should be very plain to you that you should be willing to help serve my glorious emperor.
Listen, Dacca, or whatever your name is, I owe my allegiance to no country or order but my own. I'm an American first and always, and no amount of torture conceived by your...
Don't sugarcoat it. Tell them how you really feel.
But you are laboring under a great misapprehension. I do not believe in anything so barbaric as torture. Well,
this better be important. I was right in the middle of getting a perm.
your former partner, he was our first choice for the position you are about to assume. Unfortunately, he too attempted to resist the inevitable.
Bob, old man. Don't you know me? What have you done to him?
Deprived him of his ability to think. I have converted him into a zombie. He can only act as I direct. You will notice the metal headpiece from which a wire leads to the spine. Now, Mr. Warren, I would like you to look at this special microphone, the only means of communication with the zombie. When I speak into it, this slave gets the impulses through the headpiece and obeys my wishes. By this means, I have him carry out my orders no matter how far he is from me. Interesting, isn't it? Well, return to your station.
Time for his facial?
Now, what is your answer?
It's still the same.
Marshal Foster, take him to my electronic laboratory. Patton Jones, the door.
Does this headgear make us look fat?
I'm not going to destroy your brain at this time because you have information which I must have while you still have your
Is that
memory.
supposed to make him feel better?
Fletcher. Fletcher? Serum. Have you ever heard of the truth serum, Mr. Warren?
Will you believe me if I say no?
Favorite weapon. Quote him. Mr. Warren, you were one of the men who endowed the Gotham City Foundation. Therefore, you should be able to
He
give
talks
me
like he has a mouthful of waffles. Now for a little chiropractic adjustment.
How much radium have they on hand at the Gotham City Foundation?
Several grams.
Where do they keep it?
In the safe behind the picture in Dr. Boylan's dispensary.
Do you know the combination?
No, I do not.
Preston, lock him up. Fortunately, I do not have to have the combination.
How are we going to crack it? What do you want that radium for?
I will show you. Patton Jones, the block. Gentlemen, this is the new order, secret weapon. Marshal, give me a capsule. This weapon employs an infinitesimal amount of radium. It is a small yet
It
deadly form
apparently
of
uses
magnet.
non-radioactive radium.
Will smash anything that lies in our way to victory. Allow me to demonstrate its destructive effect. Break it to return to your station. I would step over this way, gentlemen, if I were you. Foster, I want you particularly to see this. There are several adjustments for power on this weapon. However, the weakest will suffice for this operation. Preston, step back and observe. Now watch what happens to that solid block of cement. Testament, this rock was originally concrete. What?
Cool! We'll be able to make all the sand we want!
Why, sure. With more radium, we can build a weapon bigger than that gun.
Exactly. We can build a lethal mechanism so destructive as to make retaliation by the United Nations impossible. However, this weapon will suffice to open the safe at the Gotham City Foundation. And I am giving you that sign.
We've been back over an hour and he hasn't called yet.
Oh, don't worry about your uncle. I'm sure he'll call you sometime today and explain why he didn't wait for it.
Maybe he's in concert or something.
Maybe he's lying drunk in the gutter somewhere.
Would have been there in time to meet him.
Now on, I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm going to be very dependable.
Seems to me I've heard that line before.
Well, this time I mean it. You just tell me what to do and I'll do it.
All right. The first thing both of you can do is to get out of here and let me get my work done. Dr. Borden's going to be here any minute, and I've got an awful lot of typing to do.
Never mind the details. We can take a hand.
Wait, I got an idea. Why not call the prison? Maybe the guard there knows who the men were that met your uncle.
Why, that's a splendid idea.
See, I'm beginning to be dependable already. Oh, I don't mind robbing the safe, but what have we got to take this zombie with us for?
Guys, I think your friend in the back seat is peeing himself.
Us too, if we're close enough to him.
Afraid we're going to double-cross him, is he?
He's probably got that set focused on us right now.
Thank you very much. God doesn't know who the men were.
Well, there goes that idea. Well, we better get out of here and let Linda get her work done. Goodbye for now.
Bye-bye.
Everything's on schedule. There goes Brennan with the truck.
Look, that's the guy we were chasing this morning.
Sure looks like it. Those three men just alighted from it, sir.
It's the Three Stooges in Alley. Oops!
Come on, I have an idea. The Batman should look into this.
And don't forget Robin.
Alfred, drive into that alley and put the top up.
Yes, sir.
According to this, I'm ovulating.
This experiment.
Hey, go in the other room.
Oh, if only we had something long we could use to climb up the side of the building.
What's going on here?
I'm here to show you our latest line of vacuum cleaners.
Here.
Hold on, bag.
Get something to stuff it with.
Right.
What? Did you guys forget what floor you wanted to get off on?
Let's get out of here. Right.
The Batman. Come on. Get him.
chimney.
It's weird to see them fighting without the comic-style sound effects appearing on the screen.
Marie, get the police here quickly.
Come on, go ahead.
Dr. Dacker, the cops are heading for the hospital.
You get the radio.
Yeah? I got the stuff. It's in the truck. I'm starting right now.
Return at
So
once.
far, only half my hair has fallen out.
Head and leave the roof. Head and leave the roof.
It's like Jaime the Robot. He takes everything so literally.
Daka, the sinister Jap spy, believes Linda knows the whereabouts of the powerful radium gun. And what about Linda? Can she escape his evil clutches? Don't fail to see The Bat's Cave, Chapter 2 of Batman at this theater next week.
The paperboy who sold Bruce Wayne the newspaper was none other than original Batman creator Bob Kane. Let me know what you think of Batman in the comments. And if you liked today's episode, give it a thumbs up. Every little bit of feedback helps. What does Linda Page see in Bruce Wayne, apart from dollar signs? Do Dr. Daka's zombies require a special diet? Is Batman wishing he'd taken Superman up on those flying lessons? Come back tomorrow for Chapter 2, The Bat's Cave. Hope to see you then. Hey everybody, it's Richard again, and if this is the first time you're viewing my series, you've already missed a lot. So why not subscribe? And that way you'll never miss another exciting cliffhanging moment. Subscribe today.